Good morning. So as I continue my path through James for the second time, I come upon chapter 3, which seems to be the one that gives me a stumbling problem the most. So I was going to read chapter 3. The title of chapter 3 is The Untamable Tongue. My brethren, let not many of you become teachers, knowing that we shall receive a stricter judgment. For we shall stumble in many things. If anyone does not stumble in word, he is a perfect man, able also to bridle the whole body. Indeed, we put bits in horses' mouths, as they may obey us, and we turn their whole body. Look also at ships, although they are large, and they are driven by fierce winds, they also are turned by a very small rudder wherever the pilot desires. Even so, the tongue is a little member and boasts great things. See how a great forest a little fire kindles. And the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. The tongue is so set among our members that it defiles the whole body and sets on fire the course of nature, and is set on fire by hell. For every kind of beast and bird or reptile creature of the sea is tamed and has been tamed by mankind, but no man can tame the tongue. It is an unruly evil, full of deadly poison. With it we bless our God and Father, and with it we curse men who have been made in the similitude of God. Out of the same mouth we proceed blessings and cursings. My brethren, do these things ought not to be so. Does a spring send forth so fresh water, and bitter from the same opening? Can a fig tree, my brethren, bear olives, or a grapevine bear figs? Thus no spring yields both salt and fresh. Who is wise and understanding among you, let him show by good conduct that his works are done by the meekness of wisdom. But if you have bitter envy and self-seeking in your hearts, do not boast and lie against the truth. This wisdom does not descend from above, but is earthly, sensual, demonic. For where envy and self-seeking exist, confusion and every evil thing are there. But the wisdom that is from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, willing to yield, full of mercy, and good fruits, without partiality and without hypocrisy. Now the fruit of righteousness is its own peace by those who make peace. God tells us that a ship has a rudder. God tells us that that rudder steers it. God tells us that he gives us one tongue. Our power of our tongue is a force control, a small bit in a horse's mouth that controls the horse. The rudder steers the ship. It's a dual nature. It is inconsistent, hypocritical to use the tongue to bless God, then to curse people, curse man, to curse God. It's a destructive fire. Even though it's small, it's a powerful force. It can cause immense destruction, like a spark causing a whole forest ablaze. Our tongue can control uncontrollable evil. Even though we as humans can control animals, we can control things of great magnitude, the one thing that we cannot control is our tongues. For he has given us 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 hands, 2 legs. He gives us one tongue, because it is the hardest thing that we have to tame. Because out of it, we bless people with it, and in the same sentence, you can cut somebody down just as fast. And this doesn't mean cursing. This doesn't mean things of that nature. This means that being sarcastic to somebody, this means just being nasty to them in general. Trying to be better to people with our mouths and watching our content of what we say. as Christians is very important in our conduct to one another. He also speaks of wisdom that we have. The earthly wisdom, this wisdom is selfish, impure, and leads to disorder, envy, and every evil practice. Things of this earth are not here for us. Putting our treasures here on earth are not for us, because our treasure should not be laid up here. We should put our treasures in heaven. Our heavenly wisdom is pure, peace-loving, considerate, submissive, merciful, and full of good fruit like the fig tree. Watching our temperament, watching our tongues, being mindful of how we speak to one another, thinking before we act, react, and speak is very important. Some of us are better at this than others. Was the world's worst at this. As I find as I get older and I grow in my Christianity, I'm more mindful of how I speak, act, and watch what I say and do towards people, who I'm around, how I conduct myself, how I portray myself to the public, because I want to represent this congregation, the church, in a better light. I want to be proud of the man that I've become, and I want to be proud to represent the church to the public and be a member of the church. So with that said, I try to watch how I conduct myself better. So the application of this wisdom is, once again, by one's conduct, obedience to God, production of righteousness. Aligning our speech with our actions means using the wisdom and proving that how we do this is genuine. Controlling our tongue is a crucial indicator that we're growing spiritually. Spiritual maturity is a presence of godly wisdom in a person's life. Being able to grow spiritually is very important. It shows that you're not so much a child biblically anymore, I guess you could say. That you're growing in your Christianity. Most of us here today are not babes in Christ. We've been in Christ for a long time now. Some of us more than others. But the Word is very important in how we conduct and act ourselves. And it can't be pushed enough in society today, I think, that as Christians, always being mindful of who you're around, especially children, showing this, that how we talk as adults and how we conduct ourselves is very important. So what does God want from us as believers? He wants us to speak carefully, caution, control, and understand the repercussions of how we talk. That one sarcastic, snide comment, word, backhanded statement can cause somebody to spiral downhill. Always be uplifting, even though somebody could do you wrong. Somebody could not be that way to you. Two wrongs don't always make a right, as I was told. A reflective tongue. Speech should be a reflection of your heart. Don't have hate, deceit. Don't have envy. Don't have a hardened heart towards others. Don't have a hardened heart towards God. He loved us first. Be open in your heart. Be loving, caring, speak with kindness. Kind words goes a long way because somebody could be having a worse day than you. Always. Those kind words can make or break somebody's day. Even though that you could wake up and you could be on the wrong side of the bed having the most horrible day in the world, a few kind words to somebody that lost a loved one, lost their job, lost their home, those few kind words could really lift them up, encourage them, brighten their day. And we should always be seeking heavenly wisdom. God desires us to seek Him, be in His Word, be in fellowship with one another as we are here today. Be with Him always in fellowship, mind, spirit, seeking what He wants us to do, loving Him. We should always try to watch our tongues. To reiterate, He gave us one tongue, because if we had two, it would probably be a train wreck. For sure. Kevin and I have had multiple discussions on that about it's hard enough with just one to do the right thing some days, to watch how you talk to people. If you had two, boy, just think about how the world would be. But as Christians, we have that power to go to our high priest, to lean on him, to lean on each other, to help each other, to be in fellowship with one another, to watch our tongues, to stand in him, to guide others. Most of us in here are Christians. So we've all done the death, the burial, and the resurrection, been immersed into Christ. We should stand on it, encourage others to do it, and always remember every day that He loved us first, and encourage others to follow that path. So would you please stand as we sing a song of encouragement?